Aloha, it's Kiana Cayabyab, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, mahalo to Longs Drugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your neighborhood Longs Drugs for all your shopping needs. The NBA has approved the sale of the Dallas Mavericks from Mark Cuban to the families that run the Las Vegas Sands Casino. The purchase is valued at about $3.5 billion. It's been almost a month since the families of Miriam Adelson and Sivan and Patrick Dumont announced their intention to buy the club. Adelson's son-in-law, Patrick Dumont, is president and chief operating officer of the Las Vegas Sands Company. He will serve as Mavericks governor. Cuban is expected to maintain control of basketball operations, and there's no indication the club will leave Dallas. Dallas was one of the worst franchises in pro sports in the 1990s, but turned into one of the best under Cuban. After 15 years in Waikiki, the Royal Hawaiian Apple store is set to close its doors in January. According to a Department of Labor and Industrial Relations filing, Apple plans to close the location on January 20. The 57 full and part-time employees who work at the Royal Hawaiian outlet will be offered positions at Apple's two other stores on Oahu. Apple has a store at Ala Moana Center and another at Kahala Mall. Meanwhile, Apple can start selling its Apple Watch Series 9 and Ultra 2 models again after a federal court temporarily lifted a sales halt. Apple cut off U.S. sales of its latest watches last week after the International Trade Commission ordered the halt over a patent dispute. The models can go back on sale as the courts decide whether to allow sales as it weighs Apple's appeal. A Florida woman was fatally shot by her 14-year-old brother during an argument over gifts on Christmas Eve. The Pinellas County Sheriff's Office said the 23-year-old woman was Christmas shopping with her two sons, her mother, and two brothers. The woman's 14 and 15-year-old brothers had an argument over gifts, which continued after they went to their grandmother's house. It was when the sister told the younger brother to stop arguing that the 14-year-old said he was going to shoot her and her infant child. The sheriff's office said the boy shot his sister in the chest while she was carrying her 11-month son in a baby carrier. The older brother then shot his younger brother, but not fatally, and fled the scene. The 14-year-old brother was charged with first-degree murder, child abuse, and weapons charges, while his 15-year-old brother was charged with attempted first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. The news for New Year's is good for Hawaii's ahi lovers. There should be plenty of the tasty lucky fish around for the holiday and beyond, thanks to an easing of catch restrictions. Since 2008, an international agreement meant Hawaii-based longline fishermen could bring in an annual limit of 3,554 metric tons of big-eye tuna. With Hawaii's insatiable appetite for the fish, the quota was often reached well before year's end, prompting local fishermen to buy quota from other fisheries. But recently, the quota on Hawaii's big-eye tuna catch was raised to 6,554 metric tons, a nearly 85% increase. That means the state should have a healthy supply of local caught ahi year-round. This week's big surf is expected to stick around until at least Friday. A high surf warning for the north and west shores of most Hawaiian islands has been extended to Friday morning. The National Weather Service predicts surf between 20 and 30 feet today along the shores of Niihau, Kauai, Oahu, Molokai, and Maui. Waves between 18 and 22 feet are expected along the west shores of islands from Niihau to Molokai. After a brief decline tonight, a second large north-northwest swell is anticipated to fill in Thursday, keeping the warning level surf in place through Friday morning. Surf for North Shores is expected to rise to 25 to 35 feet on Thursday, while surf for West Shores is expected to hit between 18 and 24 feet. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.